Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Morning Essence Connection for May the 22nd. Oh, I wish everybody had a fluffy border collie with such a sweet soul like this. They say that dogs, maybe all animals, but dogs, they just bring the blood pressure down. Especially when you're so sweet, so gentle. Yeah. So I was thinking today about, just continuing this exploration of the dance and all the ways that we dance. Part of this is, I've been talking about dancing from a place of centeredness and empowerment, and I can't remember what it was yesterday, some session or discussion where, the addiction, we talk about addiction being the flip side of spirituality. Do we really talk about that anymore? We should, because it's really important. Certainly the work of, bye love, fur everywhere. Christina Groff, Thirst for Wholeness, which is a reference to the comment that Carl Jung wrote in a response letter to Bill Wilson, who had written to him in the 60s acknowledging the work that he did with one of his clients. Well, the work that he did not do with a client who he had worked with for alcoholism, and then who relapsed and came back to him. And Carl Jung was like, nothing I can do. Basically, unless you have a religious conversion, there's nothing, because, as he'd said too. And that was sort of a seed for AA, 12-step. And which I find fascinating. Oh, these threads, these weaves, right? Fascinating. Anyway, so what he'd meant, what Jung had meant to this client, is that what you are seeking in alcohol is this thirst for wholeness. And what is going to bring that is nothing less than a religious conversion. It is seeking spirit, but in the wrong type of spirit. So just to pay attention to all the things we dance with. I was thinking about, so addiction is a thing that we dance with. And I work with and talk about addiction more in cycle 1. Because when we have that core loss of connection with self, we're either coming from essence or we're coming from shame. And if we're coming from shame, that darkness, then that's where we're seeking the wholeness. And that's where we're going to reach out to things that don't have substance or sustenance for us. They're fleeting, and so we have to keep searching. But then sort of coming up to the center of the heart, it's still that dance. And are we dancing with the thing that ultimately is going to harm us? Are we dancing with that which is actually pulling us farther and farther and farther away from our truth? And I was thinking of it actually particularly in terms of actually social media this morning, and how much we tend to dance with so much where it becomes the thing we seek, the dopamine hit, the looking for reflections of self, of validation, of likes and friends, and and all of that. And that is not a dance of empowerment. It's nothing wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with social media. I think it's it's fantastic in terms of the potential to connect and a place of communication. And for me, it's just a really big scrapbook. It's just got all my stuff in there. But it's where we turn to it because we're seeking something out there that actually can only ever be found in here. That thirst for wholeness. So that's what I was thinking about this morning. Wow. Interesting. So Urania, this is who we've got. Oh, it's very, let's see if we can, it's the window, right? And I had her. She was the first one. So can you see that? Looks like a celebration. Look at the lightning around her face and that celebration. There's a feast, there's a dance, there's the streamers coming down the top again. It looks almost like Mardi Gras, and like a reference to timelessness. So, Urania, I believe, I'll have to double check, but I think somewhere I saw that Gemini is in Uranus right now, Uranos, and in the WomanSpirit description, it refers to Urania like a flash of lightning that moves quickly to the soul. And so there is this embedding of the spirit. If we are the maypole, Urania is that lightning that comes down and activates the seed. And I wanted to share the little poem. So just breathe. Just breathe and drop down into essence. And every time we do this, we are seeking wholeness. We are seeking to fill ourselves, bring to consciousness, to plug into relationship with that which brings us to wholeness. Is it daylight or is it night? And that is that same question. Am I coming from essence or am I coming from shame? Is it daylight or is it night? What is it that informs my path? So important. I just don't think we talk about shame enough. Sparkling skies seem so bright, lightning flashes, a joyful light, guiding pathways fill my sight. First it darts left and right, then up and down, oh what a sight, celebration does invite my soul's sweet spirit in this light. I am the birth of a new world, the gift of freedom, the beauty of oneness, the celebration of perfection. I am the free spirit of all. So breathe that in, that flash of Urania. She is connected with Rowan, and I believe we got Rowan as well. Did we get Rowan next? Let me just see. We did. We went from Urania to Rowan, and there's an alignment in the woman spirit. So the quickening, right? The quickening. So allow that flash to bring you to that place of oneness, of wholeness. The language of perfection in the poem, but I would shift that to wholeness. It's not about attaining the height, it is about experiencing the all. And be aware of those places that may pull you from this place of wholeness. Because this moment, this resting in the heart of the self, this is what is being sought. It doesn't lie out there, it lies in here. So blessings to you today. I may or may not see you until next week. We will see. I'm going to see how the spirit moves me. Sunday is my birthday, and we're off to Bodmin Gardens to walk under the laburnum arch, which I'm very excited about. To me, it's like the sweetest smelling, bee-filled birth canal, which I love going to on my birthday. And I shall be 60. Just amazing. So I may do connections on over the weekend, or I may not. I'm going to see how the spirit moves. But I will see you for sure on Monday.